Welcome to Pacer Nursing Power Hour, your go-to spot for real tips and real talk in the world of nursing.
So plug in, scrub up, and let's go. This is Pacer Nursing Power Hour, where students get powered up.
I like it,
I wish I could carry a key. Golly, I can't sing.
but I like it. I
I
think it
want to
adds to it.
so bad.
Oh my gosh, I
I miss
love
the
it.
80s when you didn't have to
You
sing.
didn't have to
You did,
really be able to sing to
yeah, you
sing.
just had to lip sync.
That's great.
I
That's
can do
great.
that. All right. Today's going
So,
to be good. I'm excited about this because
this
we're
is
doing this more and more and
exciting.
more and more. And I
Yes,
feel
it's.
like, you know, I bleh, during the
Mhm.
pandemic, this topic was what
Oh,
everyone lived,
yes.
ate, and breathed. So I feel I'm already behind because I wasn't a part of all of that.
I disagree. I think you're well ahead of your time. Well ahead.
Okay. So today,
Yes.
what are we talking about?
Today, we are talking about online learning in nursing. So, this doesn't just apply to our nursing students,
Right.
because as you and I both know, nursing, the field of nursing, is lifelong learning. You
Uh,
have CEs that you have to complete,
yes.
and you're just constantly learning. And especially after you get out of school, the majority of this is done online. You're flying solo when it
Heck
comes
yeah.
down to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this. Because it hits home for literally everyone listening. And I mean, I think it's one of those topics you either love online learning, you
Or you hate
hate
it.
online learning, and sometimes we're just kind of barely surviving in that realm.
Yep.
So I think this is a great topic for all of us. So whether you're a nursing student staring at another discussion post, let's be real. I know
And
you feel that.
reply to 2 of your peers before Sunday at
Yeah, man.
11:59
Why
PM.
is that? Why is that a thing? Like, and we're gonna talk about that, but or you're a nurse juggling work, family, completing those CEUs on time, or an educator. I love that we're adding that topic in. Trying to keep students engaged through a screen can be
Yes,
super difficult. So, literally anyone listening, this can apply
yes,
to you.
yeah, and feel free to shoot us some feedback too for us if you have any questions, because we wanna hear from you about this, really.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
So, I think online education is here to stay.
it is. I mean, I'm in my doctorate, and it's 100%, and
Yeah.
my master's was 100%.
100%.
I think anything post-grad at this point right now,
Mhm.
very rare unless for your
Yeah, my
MP.
F&P, there was, like, once a semester for a few of the semesters, we would go to the school and do, like, checkoffs,
Mhm.
but that was it. The rest of it, I would say 97% of my time in F&P school was online,
Online or in
self-paced.
clinical.
Yeah, true,
Yeah,
true, you're right. I
yeah.
didn't think about that.
I
There were,
mean,
like,
you
your
know,
preceptor shifts, your clinical hours, yeah, that's a little bit different, but any testing purposes,
anything
any
else is
learning,
at
like,
home.
yeah, the class part was all online, and it was all on you. You really had to manage your time and take
Yeah, it's often
responsibility
harder
for it.
because I mean, you don't really have anybody going, "We're starting
Oh,
lecture
yeah.
now. You need to listen to these
Oh, yeah.
lectures." And I will say I am the worst. My classes are semester long. I'm
Mhm.
fortunate to be in a
So, like,
full
16
semester.
weeks-ish.
Correct.
Okay.
And the course goes from, uh 0001 Monday morning
Mhm.
until the following Sunday, 11:59.
Mhm.
So typically, we'll put out the whole week's with topics and what we're going to do and assignments that are due and lectures and stuff. And I will be honest, I probably don't even look at that until Thursday
Yeah.
because Friday is
Yeah.
my homework day.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I got to do it.
Mhm.
I'm so bad because I don't have anybody over my shoulder saying, open up your modules
Mhm.
right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get motivated.
Yeah.
Case in point, I just started watching Landman. Like I have time, but
You're invested in that.
I'm vested in Billy Bob Thornton right
Oh
now,
my
like,
gosh, that's
he is
fantastic.
and Taylor Sheridan, you make me cry, but I love your stuff. Okay, so it's hard.
Yeah, I lived when I was doing my FNP program, I was living the 312 life, and I would have to look at my schedule that week and force myself, like, a certain day that I was off while Sunny was in school, like, "Okay, these are the hours that I have to do
Mhm.
it." And if you don't do it in that section, then I was married with kids and going to school and working full time, and you're like, "Oh, looks like it's gonna be a midnight kinda night tonight if you haven't done
And
it."
we have not preached, but we've had this discussion about time management before.
Whew, it's the key.
It really is, and a lot of time, my world is education, whether I'm in it or doing it.
Mhm.
So a lot of time, my two worlds blend way too easily. And I think that that's where I do myself a disservice because
Ah, yeah.
I'm not very, I literally do plan it.
Mhm. You
But
have
like
to.
when you don't plan to get, sick
Right.
in a week,
Life is life.
yeah.
Life happens.
Whew,
Yeah.
that was rough.
Well, I think there are some aspects to online learning that are positive, but there's also some aspects to online learning that can be a negative, especially for nurses. I feel like I'm the type of nurse that learns by doing
Yep.
and having hands on experiences,
Yeah.
whether that's just having a conversation with someone about a topic or actually practicing a skill. And by doing online learning, you can really lose
Yeah.
all of that.
I'm gonna say the reason why I love cardiac so much,
Uh-huh.
and it was I took anatomy here at USC again
Uh-huh.
before I transferred up to the main campus because managed somehow after my freshman year to have
To
enough course
rally.
credits that I needed to, just we didn't have our baccalaureate established at that point because I'm so old.
Mhm.
But my anatomy professor, Dr. Hanlon, was one of the most memorable professors. And I love the heart so much because he legit brought in a pig heart, which,
Phenomenal.
is into class. We weren't in
Mhm.
lab, it was in the classroom.
Here's the heart.
And we got to put he like, somehow, I don't know how he sutured it or it was,
Uh-huh.
like, Velcro taped, and then he would open and we could put our hands through everything. So I think, I
You could
talking about the
see it and feel
electrical,
it
and
and
you
oh,
traced it, you mapped it with your fingers.
yeah.
It was amazing, and I
That's
think
so
that's why
cool.
I love it so much because that was such a memorable experience for me.
Absolutely. And I even think outside of quote unquote school, we as nurses are constantly feeding off of each other. I
Mhm.
know as an FNP, I love working with other providers just to bounce ideas off of them
Oh my gosh,
and
how
say
many
these are
times?
these are my thoughts. Can you
Yeah,
think of anything else,
I mean,
And it's just flows better and you learn so much in the moment.
you bounce off each other, like,
Mhm.
when, Wilson and I worked together
Uh-huh.
on peds, I was constantly like, "Okay, come make sure I'm seeing what I'm
Right.
seeing," and sometimes, I mean, you learn from each other. There
Absolutely.
are things that people do that you're like, "Huh, I have never even thought to do
Mhm.
it that way," so I always have told my students, the day you wake up and you say,
You said it
I
here.
just don't want to learn. You need to go work
Bye-bye.
somewhere else.
This is not
Get
for
out.
you anymore.
Get out, not for you. Because if you don't keep learning, you can't stay current.
Definitely. I think it also that instant feedback constantly
Mhm.
kind of trains our brain as nurses,
Mhm.
which can be challenging in an online format. Like you said, you're week to week.
Mhm.
So you may not get the grade input until the next week because not everybody has finished it and that instructor is not
Especially
going to
for
sit down.
my poor online students. Sorry,
Or
everybody.
if
I
you're
was
in her
sick.
class.
I'm getting them. I'm getting them.
You're getting caught up. You're
I know.
there.
I am.
But I think that all can take away that human touch
Yeah,
to
that
learning,
connection. It's that
which can be a
personal.
challenge. Yeah.
And I always try to post a video of me. I don't want just like a PowerPoint.
Absolutely.
I want like, "Hey,
Yes.
welcome to this week." You're not
Right.
gonna read it, you're gonna hear me say it,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Because I want them to know that they feel I'm there
Yeah.
and I'm gonna speak up.
Yeah.
They're gonna like me even if they don't want to.
You're
I
gonna like
know
me
who
even
I
if you
am.
don't like me.
I mean,
What?
I wish I could. I wish I could hold everyone together, but, there's a reason for online learning.
Yeah.
Um,
Which we're gonna
it's
get to.
yeah, absolutely.
So another challenge I think for nurses in online learning is just the material itself.
Yeah.
Our content is very heavy, whether it's patho or med surge, whatever the topic is, even if it's just ACLS, BLS, like
Mhm.
it's just a lot.
It
There's
is.
no topic that's
Not
light and airy and
right.
cozy, it's just not.
Eh
So when you get everything bombarded at you in a digital format, I feel like that can be overwhelming
yeah,
sometimes.
okay, it is a lot of information.
Yeah.
I used to be of that mindset, "I'm gonna print everything out."
Oh my gosh, yes! And I'm
And
such an anti-printer now.
yeah, yeah, I am.
There's no
Because
way.
now you can search and I can have it
Yes.
here in a more compact format.
Mhm, and my back doesn't hurt as bad. Oh,
But I will
yes.
say when it comes to research articles, I do print those
I
and I
will
label
sometimes.
them.
I put mine in GoodNotes and I highlight them there and put notes off, like, the little comment section. You might wanna try it.
See, again, this is a perfect example.
Yeah,
Don't use GoodNotes. I
you should
use
try it.
what do I use?
You
Use the other
use
one.
the other one.
What is
I'm
that?
trying to remember what it is, I don't know, but you do use the other
I
one.
mean, I use the other one a lot.
Yeah. Well, you
Holy
need to use
cow.
that.
Huh?
You need to use that.
I don't know if I
Notability.
dang it. That would've yeah.
It's right, yeah.
It would've killed me,
Notability.
bro.
Yeah.
That was painful. Yeah, I use Notability
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah.
Ye but I'm running out of storage space.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's because
Jeff, she needs an upgrade.
I
She
don't
needs more
I keep I
gigabytes or megawatts or whatever they're
apparently I've
called,
alr
Jeff.
but yeah, online learning is hard.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, for instance, in my MSN, we used Shadow Help. Did you ever use Shadow Help?
Mm-mm, but I've heard about it.
It was pretty phenomenal.
Mhm.
But I will say it was a struggle for me because I am a kinetic learner. I've gotta be there. I want my ears on their stethoscope.
Right, absolutely.
But, in Shadow Health, you have a patient, it presents, you walk in, you literally type
It's
the
like
question.
simulation through
Ex
the computer, right?
exactly, exactly. And then, you push you're like, "I wanna hear the heart," and there are certain
Mhm.
symbols and stuff. I mean, it was pretty phenomenal, but it was hard for me it was a struggle for me to actually get through it because much like simulation, it's not exactly what you're gonna see.
Mhm.
And if you don't know what you're gonna see, say, new nursing students, I think can be beneficial,
Sure.
but for me as someone who's been in the field for a while, I'm like,
It can be frustrating.
yes."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I know I haven't killed Pedro, the one in ACLS, like,
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is, but there's Pedro. He drives me crazy because he just keeps dying."
Yep. Yep.
"Dude,
Why?
I know.
Why'd you do that
I
again?
can't go fast enough." But still, so there is some aggravation sometimes to it, but then, there are some good things, and I know that there are even undergraduate RN programs
Mhm.
that are completely online.
That
I
is
I don't
wild to
understand how
me.
that could happen.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, okay.
Well, online learning also creates a sense of isolation for the
Mm,
learner.
yes.
You're not going to clinical with the group.
No.
You're not feeding off of a clinical instructor. Even like the situation you just explained with shadow health, you're not even able to truly read a patient
Mhm.
and their nonverbal cues. You're
Right,
not making eye contact with them.
right,
You're not doing all the hand holding that you normally would as a
right.
nurse. So I think that creates some sense of isolation for the learner, which can
Yeah,
be difficult to overcome. Because I think it all comes back to like that reality perspective. You as a seasoned nurse
right.
know that okay, there's some disconnect here.
Yeah. They're
Um,
too mechanical, it's not
absolutely.
it's AI. I mean, we've had this
Sure,
conversation.
sure.
That's why AI can never replace nursing because there's
Absolutely.
that human component. But I will tell you something, and
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna talk about how we
Mm-mm.
fix it um, in my doctorate program, in our first, class, our very first class.
Okay.
This was I was like, big eye roll because we had to had a group project. I'm not a group project kind of
You're not
person
that girly, okay?
because I need control over that
Mhm.
PowerPoint. I need
Okay.
to control over that font size, how much is on that, because I know what's appropriate. And it just, you know me.
Yeah, I
If
know.
I see a PowerPoint slide and there's
Uh-huh.
16 font on there,
Yeah, that
dude, back
shocks
up,
your
back up.
tookie, yep.
So we were paired off in this group and we had to work together. I will say to you, those ladies that I was with in that first class, we still stay in touch through the program. One of them
Yes!
is in my, committee meeting group, and I'm like, "I'm gonna have to do that because she
Yes!
always keeps me on time, like, she'll remind me, "We need to have a committee meeting." And those ladies are some of the ladies that I love. In fact, one of them, when I was at, Party on the Patio
Mhm.
at USC last year, she was there, and I actually got to meet her in person.
That's cool.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're my classmate,"
Yay!
And so whenever we do have to do those respond to your peers, I respond to
One of
them.
those?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that because there were 2 girls in my program when I did my FMP. Same thing, we still keep in
Mhm.
touch, and it was one of those early projects where we were like, "Yep, those are my people. You are
Yeah.
type A just like me. We have to have it a certain way.
So I was
Let's
actually
keep doing this together,"
yeah, I
you
was
know?
actually thankful that they made us do a group
Same.
project right out the gate.
There's got to be something internally in nurses that just makes us gravitate like that. Like, we need that connection of some sort, I feel
Well,
like.
I mean, day 1, we start talking about you're part of a team.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
You're
There's
part of
got
a
to be
team.
something ingrained in
How
us that
often,
create that.
I mean, you're assigned to your own
Mhm.
patients, but in reality, at work, it's a
It's
team.
a group effort. Mhm.
It is a total team, and I've
Absolutely.
even see,
Right.
and it starts in nursing
It
school.
does. It starts early.
Clinicals,
You
man.
find your people early, and then when you get in the job, same thing. You find your people. Whether you go back to school, you just keep finding your
I mean, I
people.
have my same people now for 30 something years,
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, we had dinner on Friday. Okay,
I love it.
I know.
I love
Where
it.
are we?
We are we're still talking about the
Yes.
challenges of
Okay,
online learning.
challenges.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you don't understand something, you have to wait. I need immediate
right.
gratification. So, like,
That's
if
so
I have a
true.
question, I'm texting you.
Mhm.
I want to know now.
Oh, I know. And then I don't respond and you get mad.
No. Well, I know you're asleep.
Yeah, I am asleep.
Um, but, still, you have to wait and wait and wait, and then you're getting to the where the
Mhm.
assignment's due,
And you're panicking.
and I will tell you, I'll be, like, working on the assignment, and the assignment's due that day, and I'm like, "Oh, I got a question, but I'm not gonna email that professor because I probably should have asked this question, like, 3 days ago." But, there is that. I can't It's so hard to wait because you can't move forward,
Right, absolutely. There's definitely a sweet balance to managing your time in online learning.
and I'm bad as a teacher who teaches. I don't shut down.
Oh yeah,
So, I mean, I
same.
purposely give my students my cell
Mhm.
numbers, not because I'm all like, "Hey, what's up? What you
But
doing?"
you get it.
I want them to take if they have a question at 9 o'clock. I don't want them stressing. I
Mhm.
want them to ask that
Mhm.
question.
I agree.
And I get I'm like, "Please tell me your name.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I need to know your name. I don't know who I'm
I don't
talking
know who
to."
this is. Yeah.
But yeah, so I try because of that challenge I've learned. I've had to, but then again, it takes away not so much, but
It
I
does add up.
it tips that balance
Mhm.
a little bit.
Mhm.
So, I have to be very careful.
Mhm. Definitely. Well, I also think one advantage of online learning is the flexibility, but that therefore can be a disadvantage if you don't prepare ahead of time.
Yes.
So I think we've talked before in the past, you've kind of found your groove now of your system. I had to do the same thing in F&P school. It's just a different ball game.
Mhm.
We had to do it when we worked bedside of getting those CEUs. I'm
Oh my gosh, health stream modules.
Yes, and if you get those emails every single day if you are late.
Yep, yep,
Oh,
yep,
goodness.
and there were, like, 49 of them,
Mhm. Yeah, they drop them all at once, and it just gives
and you
me
have
anxiety.
2 weeks to get them
Mhm.
done. I'm like,
Holy moly, how am I supposed to take care of patients?
I know,
Right?
right, and then so the biggest this is so funny, so I'm sure any of you who are working right now, y'all can understand. The biggest argument we used to hear when I was an educator at a hospital is, "I'm not getting paid to do these at home." So, for instance, we would have, an issue that would come up and we would have to push out mandatory education. And, it literally had to be done by every single nurse. And I would have to wake up at 5 a.m., run a report,
Oh
and
gosh.
email nurse managers before 7 a.m.
Okay.
And nurses were home on family medical leave but it still had to be done in there. The biggest contention was I'm
Not
not
getting
getting
paid.
paid.
Boy. Yeah,
I
that's
know. So, I mean, it's
that's
a
a little bit of a
conundrum. It
pickle.
really is.
Mhm.
But they're a lot. I mean,
It is a lot,
you're
and it's
having a
very
busy
time
day.
consuming.
Everyone knows, a 7-mile day at work is normal.
Mhm. Yeah.
And how I don't have time to sit down to potty, much less do 49 health
Yeah.
stream
Yeah.
modules.
Well, I, have relicensure coming up, and
So, do you have to do relicensure?
so you have to you submit your information, so as an FNP, it's different than, like, a PA. You don't have to sit for boards again, but you have
Oh,
to
I
ha
didn't know that. Oh,
mm.
I cannot wait to our series
Yeah,
this
it's
semester.
gonna be
Oh
good.
my gosh, don't give too much away
Okay,
because
I
I
won't,
am
I won't, I
so
won't.
excited to learn
But you
all this
do
stuff.
have to meet a certain number of continuing eds, and a certain number of those have to be, like, pharmacology hours,
So they're broken up, whereas, like, just RN, you have to have 15 of just
yes.
continuing ed,
Right,
doesn't
right,
matter what it is.
right. So that's coming up, so I figured,
How many of us use
no
BLS and
no
ACLS?
time like the present to go ahead and do those before my licensure. So that's what I've been doing in the mornings. I get my coffee and,
How long like, what kind of stuff?
right now I'm on autoimmune disorders. I've done controlled substances. I've done, I
How
think
long do they take? Are they, like, normal? How
they're all different. So, like, my autoimmune one is, like, I wanna say, like, 10 or 15 hours.
okay, so, oh my gosh. Okay, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay,
We're talking about online learning. We're talking
okay.
about these modules, and they're cumbersome. And if you do the same ones over and over and over again every year, which you have to do annually, like
Mhm.
HIPAA, OSHA, all of the good stuff, how often do you go straight to the test and not listen or click through it to get to the test and then take the test?
I mean, if I know the content,
Oh
I
gosh,
will.
I do it. I
Yeah.
know the content.
If I know the content, yeah.
And often
Now,
I'll do
autoimmune
it.
disorders, no, I'm having to read and take notes, but
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I it's also a really good way to determine what knowledge you have on that subject
Oh,
too,
yeah.
like a pretest.
Mhm.
But I just, find the answer sooner. But but again, nurses are very good at creating workarounds
Mm,
when we have to do things or,
they're in
things
a
are
time crunch.
cumbersome.
Sure, sure. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's keeping us on track.
Yep, I got
Thank you, I
you.
love you.
So, I think some people might think they're not a good candidate for online learning, and I
I
would
didn't think I would be.
yeah, I would beg to differ because I think it makes a huge difference what your educator is capable of in those
Mm,
realms. If you have a good online educator,
such as yourself.
oh, thanks.
Mm,
Thank you.
yeah, she's
Thank
a
you.
bomb,
Um,
and we're gonna talk about some of that you do.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then it makes a difference in your outcomes. You have to keep the student engaged. I will say these modules that I'm doing for autoimmune diseases, not engaging. Yeah, these autoimmune modules, they're very lengthy. It's just reading, 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 and then, like, after a chapter of reading, you take a little quiz. And then reading, reading,
so
reading.
you're
It's
literally
not
just reading a
engaging. Yeah.
textbook.
It's really
Oh,
boring.
see, I can't do that.
It's really boring.
We've already established
Mhm.
quite well. I have too many voices already in my head.
Yeah.
they don't
you need
be
something
quiet.
to distract you from those voices. I totally
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So really just establishing a good system, I think,
yeah.
is what you need to evaluate before you start.
And so I think when knowing so when I started school, the doctorate program, I had been
Mhm.
teaching our online course for a
Yeah.
little while. So I'm like, "Pfft, got this, because I had
Oh
developed a
god.
system.
Yeah, because you knew the backside of it.
Yeah. But my courses are only 7-week terms, so it's a very fast
Fast
pace.
pace.
So
Which is great for your brain.
yeah,
You need that.
I love it, and,
Mhm.
there's touches that I make
Mhm.
them do throughout the week.
Mhm.
It's not all discussion board post. Um, so, when I started my doctorate, I'm like, "Okay, yeah,
This could be a piece of
it's
cake.
gonna be fine." Nope. Do you know how many, like, Wednesday or
Oh
Thursday
no.
initial posts?
Oh
I'm
no.
like, "Oh."
It happens.
Yeah, it's so
It
bad. But,
happens.
again, I'm a year into it.
You're finding your rhythm. You've gotten in a groove, I feel like.
I have
I feel like a
12
year
hours
ago you
left
were
to
a
go.
little more anxious.
Oh my god, I was throwing up a year ago,
Uh-huh.
thinking,
And
"What am
now
I
you're just
doing?"
kind of like you're
Well,
setting your pace one day at a time.
perfect storm,
One day at a time.
but I turned in my last one yesterday.
Boom.
Mhm.
Get it.
Yeah. We'll see. Not my best work, and I know it.
Hey, it's all good.
Anyway, online learning is tough, and keeping them engaged.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
I dread seeing my evaluation scores for my
Ooh,
online course every semester, and they're
I didn't
always
even think about
good.
that.
I
Good.
always worry
You're
about that.
great at it though. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, hush. Well, I think we need to change gears just a little bit
Okay.
and talk about what students can control in these environments.
Okay.
I mean, we can't just say it's all the educator's fault if it's a hard course or you're not getting stuff done. Um, and I think the first thing is establishing your mindset. It's not going to be the same as in-person learning.
Nope.
It's just not. So preparing in advance, like you said, kind of
Mhm.
understanding what's coming so that you can brace for impact kind of thing
Yeah.
can help you. So it's not I think some people think online learning is just okay, let me check this box, let me do the assignment, submit it and be done. It's not a passive thing. You have to actively engage in these
Yeah, I mean,
spaces.
for one, you gotta learn something.
Yeah.
There's
Totally.
information there that's valuable, I
Mhm.
think,
Definitely, especially
and it's all gotta tie together.
oh yeah.
I am a huge proponent on if it doesn't make sense, why am I doing it?
Oh yeah.
Like I had one course where it was, informatics, but the final project was all statistics.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, I don't understand.
Like, wait a minute.
Statistics part two? I mean, I'm fine with it. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
It was the maternity care deserts.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But I'm like, that's what I don't like. As a teacher and as a student, I don't want to waste time
Mhm.
when it has no meaning.
I agree with that.
So, as a student, there's not much that they can control with the content that's put out or
Right, the
expected,
content.
but there is feedback,
Sure.
and I take my feedback very
Oh, I
serious.
take it personally.
Oh, yeah. I do. I mean, I cry. I feel bad because, they're paying money. I always worry they didn't get their money's worth.
Mhm.
So these are what your teachers are thinking,
Oh, yeah,
people.
definitely.
Um, but as a student too, I want to walk away knowing that information.
Mhm.
The first time I got through a research article and didn't skip all the data,
Yep. Uh-huh, I remember that day too.
oh, and I think it was phenomenal. Like it
Yeah,
is, I'm like,
it gets you excited.
it does. It
Like, I
really
know what
does.
that means now.
Like,
I
mhm.
can read it.
Yeah, in everyday life.
Mhm.
So I think it really does need to be, meaningful.
Sure. Well, I think setting that mindset to
Mm,
where you want to learn,
yeah,
you show up
yeah,
engaged and intentional, you have
yes.
a plan in place, like you said, you have your system now. And that has changed your learning. You're not just panicking at the last second or scrambling.
Mhm.
Um, so you're engaged in the content, you're showing up week to week, you have your plan in place, and that makes a huge difference in what
Mhm,
you retain and learn, I
mhm.
feel like.
And showing up in online world is, I mean, we're not necessarily, if it's an asynchronous,
Yeah, we're not holding
we're
your
not there
hand.
looking to see if you're online and how much time you're spending.
Mhm.
But I'm so anal, on Blackboard
Yeah.
when you open up a module
Uh-huh.
and all the dot once you click all the dots, the main dot screen,
Oh, yeah.
I cannot not
It's
have
gotta all
all,
be checked.
it's got all be shut.
You're so
So
funny.
that's my double check-in,
Yeah,
you know?
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kinda like your reflection at the end of the week,
Yeah, and I
like,
feel like
"Okay, I did all my things, I'm good."
I feel like the instructors put a lot of effort into putting all that in there. I want
I
them
would
to
think so.
know that I have looked at every single folder.
Mhm.
I've done, everything.
Yeah.
I hope.
I also think, something that the student has control over is consistency in their schedule, checking in regularly,
Yes.
with these modules that I'm doing now. Like I said, it's I wake up my I usually wake up before my alarm, but I wake up
I wish I
early.
could do that.
Waking up early. I grab a cup of coffee first thing in the morning, and then I sit down. Like I have my spot on the couch. There is a certain couch I sit on,
Mm,
and I always cuddle up with a blanket. I have my coffee, and I get to work.
I
And it's
sit at
just
my
the
desk.
repetition of it.
Well, when I
Get your
got
brain ready.
accepted,
Oh
Jeff
yeah,
bought everything and set up an office for me.
yeah. That's your
Like
space.
else, but he even got me a docking station. I have
Okay.
multiple screens, and
Yeah.
I'm like the bomb.
Yeah. You're like
Um,
in the commander's
yeah.
chair.
And I have a comfy chair. It's
Mm.
probably a little lower than it should be, but it's like one of my club
You ride in
chairs.
low.
Yeah, and Lily always, snuggles right here, and then I have a heater there up underneath there
Mhm.
too. So that's my I'm in the zone.
And that tells your brain, like,
Mhm.
hey, we're about to throw down with this
Even Will
education.
knows that. So I
Oh,
used
that's a
to
good
yeah,
point.
even when Will, my little dude, sees me in that chair, "Lulu, you working
Uh huh.
or are you in school?" Yeah, class routine, that's kind of what we were doing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just
Um,
set up your space, set up
yep,
your ritual,
and everybody
and it
knows.
triggers your brain into learning mode.
Yeah. I mean, I literally am in work mode, like, when
Mm-hmm.
it like
Teaching the material. That's
okay,
really
so I'm
immersing
gonna play
yourself.
devil's advocate because 'cause I'm
Okay,
sure somebody out there has somewhat of a brain like mine.
I'm ready for it.
At what point do you stop saying it's an engaging activity versus just busy work?
Mm. I think that's a great conversation. And that comes down to whether you have a good educator or not. You should not be wasting time. Like we said, the
Mhm,
educator should be responsible for what they're putting out
mhm,
as assignments, and it should be reinforcing the material. You're not there to soak up every minute of their time. That's not the goal here
mhm.
when you're educating nurses. That's not
Right.
the goal. You want to make sure that you're engaging the student, reinforcing the material, and encouraging active learning so that 5 years from now, they can
They're
still
really
pull it
good
in
at
those little brain networks that they got going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as a student, how would I, address that?
Well, as a student, I wouldn't address nothing like that. I'm like, I will do whatever you tell me to do, professor.
Well, I mean, oh, they've got to have some control.
Absolutely. And truly that's what like sets and surveys, post-class surveys come down to.
Yeah.
I mean, those are reviewed by your institution. I
We have
know
to put them on our evaluation.
absolutely.
It
Yeah.
depends on, those
And I
evaluations.
give students full disclosure of that. I tell students, I want to know what I can do to improve this
Yep.
course. I offered an online course for the first time,
That have
fully online.
fully
Yeah.
online, and I'm about to do the last one.
Mhm.
And then we have our RN to BSN who are working nurses that are getting their baccalaureate. And so there's a huge difference
Oh, sure.
in that population
Yeah.
because I have to be very mindful that these are working
Yes.
nurses. And they have families and they have lives that are happening. And it's a 7-week term.
Yeah. But even taking into consideration that they do have experience in the field, I think changes the difference, like, it changes whether the material is busy work or actually good, engaging assignment.
So, one of my biggest questions when I started teaching in our RN to BSN was, what are we adding to their education
Absolutely.
that they already know?
That they don't already know.
Yeah, yeah, are we actually adding
Right, I
value?
see what you're saying. Yeah.
And, I mean, because truly, and everyone says, it's the difference between an associate and a baccalaureate.
Right.
Tell me what the difference is.
Are you asking for real?
Yeah, for
It's all
real.
the theory-based and writing-based courses, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a more wider expanse and prepared,
Mhm.
leader prepared. But in honesty, you sit for the same license.
Yeah. Mm,
So I had to keep asking myself in the course that I teach, which is leadership. These guys are already in, some of them are even charge nurses. They're in,
mhm.
what am I going to add value to?
Yeah.
And so it took me a lot, it took me a good year or so to say, okay, yeah, I need to switch some stuff up because things have changed.
Yeah.
This doesn't, yeah, mm-mm. So I think, and I'm curious to see about this course I'm teaching for the nursing elective. This is the first course I've done for our traditional students.
Mhm.
I'm curious to see how that is differs,
How it
that
flows.
populate student population differs from
Oh, absolutely.
the
It'll be
other.
totally different. Yeah.
So, as students, but again, you know, you got to be honest with your professor. I've had many students email me or text me or even set up a Teams meeting, which I do hold open virtual office
I think
hours.
that's beautiful. We're gonna talk about that.
Um and they'll say, "Okay, this doesn't make sense," or "This I can't open this," or this, like immediately. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, older version, let me fix
Mhm.
it." So it's that kind of stuff that I appreciate.
Yeah.
And
Mm,
if it doesn't make sense, then, I like it when students
me
say,
too.
"I really don't get it."
Me too.
I'm like, "Okay, well, if you don't get it, let's just," you know? I'm kidding. I mean,
Try again.
it's just it's good because it's in the moment.
Yeah.
But, it's so important that as us, as educators, that we add something to their education and that they are actively engaging, but then
Yeah.
there's a fine line between active engagement and busy work.
Sure.
And that's what I tinker with
Well, I also think it has
all
to
the time.
do with the student perspective of it too. If you're gonna wait to the last second and just rush through an assignment, to me that's busy work. Like you're just wasting time, you're spinning your wheels, you're really not gaining anything from it.
Mhm.
But and it truly can be on a educator side where it's just not a good assignment, but you really should add value to
Yeah.
someone's education. We're not here just to give out diplomas, that's not the
Mm-mm.
point. So you just talked about asking questions early and then yeah,
Our discussion board posts. Now let's talk about discussion board posts. I know. I don't like them.
they kill
They
me.
drive me nuts.
They kill me.
Um, and mine's a writing intensive course. So I have to check
Mm.
references and I give feedback on references
Mhm.
and not any, it takes me hours to provide feedback and they don't transfer it over.
That's crazy.
Um,
Yeah, for me, discussion board posts for me feel like busy work. Um, I lean more in the direction of gearing towards active recall and using AI conversations through our LMS. And I don't do discussion board posts. I felt like when I was in school, I didn't gain anything from discussion board posts. But I can see where if it's a well-designed assignment, then it could be beneficial. I just never encountered any that I felt
so I
were like
created
that.
one where they had to go on to like a quality site and
Mhm.
see what their hospital grade is in one certain category and it was a poll.
Yeah,
So it was, they have to enter their questions and then, the poll would populate, after the due date. And then tell me why y'all think this is all happening.
sure.
What's happening? Is there a geographic issue? So I felt like I feel like that's a really
Yeah,
good discussion, and I've seen a lot of good discussions surrounding that,
that's cool.
but it's not just a question.
Yeah, it's not just here, type a paragraph and then respond to your 2 friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Uh, 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 Move the conversation forward. And
Yes.
no, I don't wanna move it any forward. I wanna grade it and go.
Mhm.
I want them to get something from it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, virtual
You already
office
talked about
hours.
it. Yeah,
So
I think that's important for educators to
I
hold.
first started it because I heard, I think it was one of my professors in my first semester say they have open virtual office
Mhm.
hours. So I was like,
What is that? Mm,
and I'm like, that's kind of
mhm.
brilliant.
It is.
So I do 5:30 to 7
Mhm.
on like an evening to catch anyone who's on day shift or night shift,
Right.
and if they can always email. Everyone knows they can email me. We can set up another time if
Sure.
it doesn't, work. But I've had students just hop in, hop off,
I love that.
and I feel like they know it's there. I mean, I don't get a lot of activity, but it makes me feel better about
Right.
being available.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. I actually and I plan on implementing that next semester. And I a colleague of ours had mentioned she's in school as well. Colleague of ours said that in one of her courses, they have an assignment in that week. It's not required that you attend, but instead of doing a discussion post, you can attend this online, I guess, Teams call type deal,
Mhm.
and you can discuss it live with the other students that show up. So instead of typing something out and having to respond to 2 people, you do it live in that session. So not of course, not everybody can attend, so you have the option to do the typed out version, but if you can attend and you don't wanna do the typed out version, then your attendance at that live Teams
That
call
I like
counts.
that.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool idea,
Yeah,
and
because
she
that's
said she really liked it. So, yeah.
I
I think
like
that's awesome.
that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's
Me
really
too.
cool.
Like a nice little check-in, and then you also get to meet other people that are doing the same thing that
Mhm.
you are, and I thought it was cool.
I
Really
know,
cool.
that's a great
She said
idea.
it was great to hear other people's perspectives and um get feedback and kind of think about like we do every day, think
Yeah.
about the things that you didn't think of. So,
Yeah.
she said it's been really
Like my
beneficial for her.
conversation with you about maternity care deserts.
Uh-huh.
Had no idea.
It's crazy.
33% of our country.
It is wild.
A third.
I would say it's way higher here in South Carolina too.
Well, this is a 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, so South Carolina is like 8th on the list
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
for
I believe it.
highest
I believe it.
desert.
So another way as a student to sorry, moving on. Another way as a student to really benefit from online courses is connect to the content and apply it to real nursing. Ask yourself constantly, like, where would I see this? How would I apply this? What
Mhm.
is this going to look like in the real world?
I
Have
love
you seen it in the real
I
world?
love that we're talking about this because as you're saying these
Mhm.
things, I'm thinking about the
You're
things.
brainstorming?
No, I'm thinking about the things that, "Oh, I do that in my
Yeah,
course."
you do.
Yeah, I'm like,
hmm
"Oh, yay."
Well, constantly in my in person class, in my women's health class, I am constantly saying, okay, NCLEX is going to spin this content like this. Or NCLEX could ask this whatever, I don't know, malignant hyperthermia question like this, or an STD question like this. And so, yeah, you have to pause and not just memorize the content. We say that
Mm,
on
yeah,
repeat over and over again. You can't just memorize the content. If you can apply it and kind of anticipate what's to come, that's what's going to be beneficial, whether that's in a patient care setting, if
yeah.
you're in clinical and can think 3 steps ahead, or if it's just thinking of, okay, how can NCLEX design a question for me on this topic?
Well, again, and there's a great use with AI. And,
Absolutely.
it always comes back to that conversation.
hmm
And it drives me insane when I still see pushback.
Yeah.
It's not going
We're
anywhere.
gonna get there. We'll get there.
It's not going anywhere.
So we've talked about the student responsibilities,
Mhm.
how they can improve their experiences in online learning. But like we said at the beginning, there is a responsibility of the educator in any, whether
Mhm.
it's live, online, synchronous, asynchronous, whatever,
Mhm.
there is a responsibility of the educator. And they can really make or break an experience in an online learning environment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's not just, like we said, you can't just post more content, more activities, more readings. That doesn't do anybody
Mm-mm.
any good.
Mm-mm.
None whatsoever. So it's about posting quality content
Mhm.
that isn't going to lead to busy work and that actually leads to effective learning
See,
outcomes.
I'm already thinking of things now that I'm like, "Oh, that really it's that taking that out
Yeah.
because it's
Well, I think you're really good at organizing your
modules."
LMS. Yeah. The first time I was looking over your shoulder at your blackboard, you were showing me something, and I just sat there and thought, holy cow, I need to step up my game. But in an online learning environment,
It needs to be organized.
a student should
Yes.
never, ever question what they have due, when it's due, what's going on, what's the assignment, how it should be graded. That should not be a question.
Yep.
That's just going to increase anxiety in the student. They're already going to start disconnecting before the
Yep.
show even gets started.
Yeah. I am very anal about organization.
Yeah. Well, I think also explaining why we're doing this
Mhm.
assignment is
Mhm. Mhm.
huge.
Absolutely.
That can just start the assignment in a way where a student isn't thinking, "Oh my gosh, another discussion
And, you
board
know, that
post."
here I am nerding out. So we're, prepping for our, reaccreditation.
Yeah, that's exciting.
We're all kind of diving hard into the domains and tying, and I was just
Yes.
talking to Dr. C about, as I'm developing these new courses, we've gotta develop the course objectives. On one of our assignments, not only did we have to it was like a journal almost, a clinical journal, which is something I'm probably gonna move towards. We have to talk about, what domain are we touching on
Uh-huh.
and how we did
Mm,
it, and then also what course objective. So we're
boom, boom,
tying
boom.
all of that in together, and it really does. Like, have you, like, before you became an educator
Mhm.
in your FNP program,
Yeah.
did you read course objectives?
Negative.
Yep. No, me either.
I'm like, "Where's the grading
Yes.
portion?"
Where's the
Skim,
course?
skim,
Like,
skim,
where's the
skim, skim.
schedule?
Yeah.
Schedule, schedule, schedule.
When are my assignments due? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I never did.
So now we're actually making them that it
Connect
and
and make
I'm like,
sense.
it was like a huge light bulb
It
for
really
me.
is. And, I mean, everyone here knows I do not have an education background.
Nope,
I have learned so much by going through this accreditation prep here.
it's
And
awesome.
it really is fun. I mean,
It's like, I mean,
everyone's gonna slap me for saying that because it's so incredibly stressful, but I really have enjoyed
it's like joint
kind of
commission.
puzzling. It's like a Sudoku
Yes!
puzzle of trying to fit
I love
everything,
Sudoku.
me too, fit everything together and make it make sense. And I think that's a great idea. I mean, maybe at the course orientation for your class, whether it's live or online, saying, here are the course objectives, and
Yeah,
they actually do have a purpose.
yeah, and
And
look, and at the end of the semester, look at what
you're
you did.
gonna have all this knowledge by the end of the
I
semester.
know,
Yeah, that
so,
would be a really cool way to
I
kind of
mean, it
present
was
it.
I look at this reaccreditation as I used to love joint commission.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Those are my favorite. I love this accreditation because it's making us redefine
Yes,
what
who
we're
we are, what
doing.
we're here for, why we do what we do.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then as I'm learning as a student, I'm seeing what's clicking with
Mhm.
me and how it clicked with
Yeah.
me, and I'm hoping I can mimic the same thing. It's so
It
cool.
gets
Like,
exciting.
I nerd out hard.
Me too. I'm right there with you.
Like, come bring it on.
Yeah,
I
me
love it.
too.
I love it.
Me
I
too.
love it. Chunk content. Are we
Um,
there?
not
Uh-oh,
quite.
sorry.
I'm still bragging on you.
Oh, stop.
So more things that an educator can do in their online learning system is clear weekly checklists.
Oh,
I
yes.
think you're great
Good
about that.
grading.
It just gives direction to a student so that they aren't questioning what's happening, where am I supposed to be here, blah, 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 all that stuff.
They
They could
have
just
a
get right to it.
welcome to the week.
Mhm.
This is what we're doing.
Yep.
And then all of this stuff.
Mm.
And then the final is week wrap up.
Yes.
Don't forget to turn in blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. See, I love it. Doing that consistently, week
Mhm.
to week to week to week, so the student does not question where to find information,
Mhm.
what's going on, and that just predictability will amplify the outcomes that are met. So, we
Yeah,
should not be wasting energy.
yeah, no, exactly.
Mhm.
Trying to hunt for something.
Ooh, yuck. That's just a waste of time. And
Yeah.
what did we call it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What did we just call those assignments? Busy work. That's just busyness that we don't need. That was really weird.
We're
kept thinking it
we're
starts
getting
with
our
a
groove
D,
back,
but instead it's
baby.
a B.
We're getting our groove back. We just
Yeah.
had Christmas vacation.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah,
getting our groove back.
yeah. Now chunking content. So instead of you and I are very used to 3-hour
Lectures.
course lecture time.
Yeah. And I forget to give breaks because I like
Who
to talk.
what sane person can sit for 3 hours?
I know.
No one.
I cannot
No
fathom.
one. Yeah. So, especially in an online course where maybe you are in your cozy environment at your own home and you can,
Who has 3 hours at home? They
nobody
just
has three
sit, yeah.
hours. That's not going to fly in an online course.
Mhm.
So, chunking material. So, in my world, if it's women's health, maybe doing 10-15 minutes on pregnancy related changes.
Mhm.
Chunk. That's a quote unquote lecture. And then chunking another 10 and 15 minutes on a different topic. So then you can say, okay, I have an hour on Monday. I have 30 minutes on Tuesday. I have, because that's how our lives are as nurses.
Are
You
you
just,
talking about if your women's health was online?
hmm yeah, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, that'd be kinda cool.
hmm
I
But fun fact, I'm flipping my classroom.
no,
A
I
lot of it
cannot
is.
wait. So flipping the classroom means
It means that a lot of the lecture material is going to be
needed.
obtained before class time. And then in our 3-hour lectures time, quote unquote lecture time,
Mhm.
it's going to be more hands on interactive material.
You're gonna work with what you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous and so excited.
I think it's gonna be
I think
great.
it's going to be
I
fantastic.
really do.
And I think for those 10-15 minute videos or online content, whether it's an assignment or a video or a lecture or whatever, adding those course objectives, I think that is brilliant that you
Mhm.
said that. I think if you could at the top of every assignment say, this is course objective number 7, and that aligns with
And normal speak. Like, I don't you know how we write them
right.
out?
Yeah, no.
But, like, this is really what this says,
Yes, this is really what
and
this
this
means.
is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I tell you another you're talking about 10 to 15-minute videos.
Mhm.
That to me is too long.
You think?
Mhm.
Research argues you.
I'm sure they're correct. Um,
I'm sure
but,
correct.
I chunk just like you were talking
Mhm.
about chunking topics. I chunk this I do the same way. I'll have maybe 3 or 4 lecture,
Mhm.
but they're no longer than 7 or 8 minutes.
And that works, yeah. I mean, I think that's even if you can get all the material on a concept in 7 or 8 minutes, there's no sense in talking for 15.
Well, I also use a lot of, I use only open resource
Yeah,
material,
yeah,
and so I pull a lot of material from articles. Like,
that's
for
beautiful.
my elective course, there's not a book on
That's
how
great.
to, be professional have a professional identity for social media and
Yeah.
digital literacy. There's no course book on
Mhm.
that, so I'm just going as I, do as I go. So I
Love it.
really believe that, I find a topic, and whether I just do a presentation or just do a video, um, I'm, my RN to BSN is a writing intensive course, so we don't do tests.
Right?
It's all papers. This elective, I think it's just probably going to be a little bit of each, maybe
Yeah.
not. But I don't do because when I click on a video and I see that it's 27
You
minutes long,
automatically go find another video?
I'm already just tuning out. That's too long.
No, I get that, I get that.
Or I hit Jeff is like, "Play it at twice the speed."
Yes, I do. I will do that, yes.
Yeah,
I
I talk
will.
we already know I talk way faster.
So you can comprehend that gibberish. Yeah,
Well,
but I
not
do.
necessarily comprehend, but
Mhm.
because I can't remember my name from 1 minute to the
Yes,
next,
you
but,
do. Oh my gosh, you don't give yourself
but
credit.
you also, you're exceptional with that engagement. And that
Thank you.
engagement.
Don't stop.
No, you're so crazy. And your students really do like it, but
Oh, I appreciate that.
okay, but let's talk about that though. It's really engaging. I love you use role playing a lot.
I do.
I'm kind of over role playing right now.
Yeah?
I'm going to keep one.
Okay.
Um just because I'm getting frustrated with the one sentence responses.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to show you my rubric.
Okay. But because we're good at creating workarounds.
Yep.
So, how do you, as an instructor, how do you keep it new and fresh
Yeah.
and like, oh, it's not a discussion board post, and pretty soon it's going to be, oh Lord, not another
Another
role
AI, yeah,
play.
conversation. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully by that time there is something new.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what I struggle with. And I'm glad that this conversation, I'm not the only one having this in my head, because I don't want to be that. I don't want to have that type of I don't want students to have that type of
Experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not getting their money's worth. I want it to be fun. Like I found, do you know what a hackathon is?
Yes.
You do? Have we had this conversation
Yes.
before? Okay. When I tell you, I got the coolest flyers, like, I made them do
That
a
is
graphic.
really cool.
I mean, it's a great idea. Okay, a hackathon is it can be any subject, anything,
Mhm.
and it's where you go, it's like a conference, and you sign up for, like, I guess it's sessions that you're interested in, and you get a group together, and it's a problem. You have a problem and you get all kind of different people on your team. Maybe not even like if it's a nursing problem, like nursing shortage, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe someone in the car industry, someone in construction, like different perspectives.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you work it out. You don't leave until I mean, it's a weekend long thing, but you
Yeah.
come home with a
A
solution.
solution. Yeah, that's cool. That's a great assignment.
I mean, when I saw that, and I saw that when I was in a TikTok hole.
Went down the hole of the tickety
So,
tock.
I mean, there is some positivity to being
There's
in a
something about
TikTok
that
hole.
TikTok that's doing
I
all
mean, it
right.
was fun. I love your virtual
Yes, thank
hospitals,
you. I'm proud of my virtual
and I'm
hospital.
trying to figure out how I can incorporate that. That's what I wanna incorporate
Okay,
into my leadership,
let's do it.
but it's
I'm
gotta be
happy
a
to help.
manager thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could definitely,
Mhm.
absolutely, it'd be easy,
Yeah,
piece of
yeah,
cake.
I'm thinking like quality event or something. Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh, yeah.
With
That would be
ours.
good. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
so I'm like, "Whew." But so you don't just stick to one thing. So
Mm-hmm.
you do role play, you do, um
Like simulation style,
mhm,
virtual hospitals.
you said role playing AI,
Hmm.
and I'm just seeing the word guardrails. What are those?
Yeah. So guardrails, I think using it within Blackboard where I've designed it to do what I want it to do
Yeah?
is important. I mean, as we all know,
How do you prevent it?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, how do you prevent them from,
Yeah,
going outside?
yeah. Well, I don't. I don't. I mean, and I'm not an idiot. I know they've used AI or whatever to do the AI assignment, which is pointless. But in Blackboard, at least I'm designing the AI persona to be a certain way, whether it's a maternal patient that's hungry postpartum, or whether it's a patient that's in a lot of pain. They just rolled into L&D and they're 10 centimeters, yada, yada.
Mhm.
It would be difficult for me to give that to a student and say, hey, here's your patient, and then them plug it into ChatGPT. I've done the behind the scenes, kind of behind the curtain work
Gotcha.
to design it a
So
certain way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, every conversation is going to flow differently dependent on what the student does, which is the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's what I look at as the benefit of it because no two conversations are the same. But at least I know the patient is a certain personality.
Mhm.
I've created them in my head. It's
Mhm.
not just this student willy-nilly like doing their own thing,
Well, in one of
going
my
rogue.
assignments, I actually have them I literally tell them,
Yeah.
"Plug this
Mm,
prompt into chat, and I want you to
mhm.
let it write it,
Yep.
and then I want you to research, highlight what everything is wrong,
Yep.
and then rewrite it, and then tell me what you thought about it."
Yeah.
And it's insane the amount of comments that I get. I had no idea.
Whoa.
It's
Very
so
enlightening.
very wrong.
Mhm. I
So
think that's
very
a
wrong.
great lesson. Great lesson.
Yeah, I think that I mean, when I heard about that I'm like, Okay, yeah, absolutely. So I'm doing that. I'm doing that." So visibly human, it's hard
Yeah.
to do when you're
I mean, you and I both
online.
do it though.
I know we do. I will jump on a Panopto and make a Panopto and
Yeah.
like all like for instance, I just kept seeing a trend happen on a certain part of their paper.
Okay.
I'm like,
Oh,
okay, I'm sick of typing.
tap the brakes.
Yep. All right. So I literally would jump on a
Jump on.
Panopto and go, okay, let's think about this.
Mhm. I've gotten fantastic feedback from students also when I'm grading. Now in our Blackboard, you
Somebody
can
you can
record.
record.
Mhm.
Okay, I so
And I love it. Instead of typing out like, "Oh, you did a fantastic job," and blah, 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 blah,
oh my
I
gosh.
talk to them, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, so and so, this was such a good conversation, and we're in the opposite side, maybe
I
not
did
so
not
much."
know that
Yeah, you can record yourself now.
until that other day.
Mhm.
That
It's
was
really cool.
awesome.
It's really cool. And it
Can you do it from here, you think?
I don't know, I'm sure you can because it's just a button in like,
Yeah,
it's
in the
just
Blackboard
in
in
Blackboard,
Blackboard, yeah,
yeah, so as long
okay.
as you can access
That's
Blackboard, I think it's good.
phenomenal. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it adds some connection
Yeah,
and personality to
I
it.
wanna be present in their life,
Yeah,
whether they want me there or not.
absolutely. Well, even small things that I noticed, at first I was trying to find like a neutral background or, make sure I was presentable. And I was like, nope, they're going to see my family portraits in the back. They're going to
Oh,
see
yeah,
like
but you
that
remember
that adds connection. They get to know me.
okay, do you remember when we had Ellis on
Uh-huh.
and he had what did he have in the background? And it was like it took the students a minute to realize he had something
Oh,
weird,
yeah, it was like some alien something or other,
yeah.
wasn't it?
So
And finally someone asked about it.
I think I'm gonna anyway, I mean,
Oh, I'm excited.
yeah, that's a great idea. So, yeah, I am human.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
now, but above waist, Imma look great, somewhat.
Gonna have pajama pants on below.
Exactly.
Sweatpants for sure. Yep, absolutely.
Yes, please, and, that's the beauty of online.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also think I wrote a note on here, giving personal examples. Have I told you about this?
Yeah.
How I got I'm still in the phase where, I have to get evaluated certain number of times a
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So somebody comes to my class. So the dean came to my class, and it was, of course,
Was it
the
that lecture that I saw?
contraceptives. Yes, it
Mhm.
was the contraceptives lecture. And I am all about in my course, I truly, to my core, feel like women's health has so many topics that are quote unquote taboo.
Mhm.
And I disagree with that. If I don't feel comfortable talking about something, how can I expect a patient to disclose that information to me? You
Right.
know? So I'm very open with students in my classroom. And that was one of the feedback tips that I was getting. Like, you don't have to say these things. And I said, I know I don't have to. I would never say something I was uncomfortable saying, but I want students to feel comfortable talking about these
Well, they
topics.
apparently do
Yeah.
based off of the words that I found
Mission,
on the board the next
mission
day.
accomplished.
I mean, I like it though because again, we talk
Yeah.
over and over and over at meeting them.
Hmm.
It's gotta be a 50-50.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's something we can definitely do in the online world is be present, show your face, let them get to know you
Mhm.
even though you're behind a computer screen. It's okay to talk about yourself. Of course, don't see anything you don't want anybody to know. That's
Right.
silly. Like be
Still
smart
be
about it. But
professional.
still, like I in the women's health world, I do say a lot of things that most people think are taboo.
That, I love you so much,
I love you too.
but I'm not sitting in your lectures.
You
I would just be a red
you would.
I would
You
just
would
be
be this color the whole
yes, I really would be. I really would be. I get so
I love
embarrassed.
it.
I don't know why. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's and that has to be a generational thing.
Probably.
Yeah. And that's my goal is to shift that a
And
little bit.
I thought I was that parent that,
You
'cause
were open with your
my kids
daughters
do
because you have
talk
2
to me.
yeah, you have girls.
Yeah, I mean, I've told them
Mhm.
to stop telling me so much stuff. I don't wanna know anything anymore. I mean,
That's
I
probably what
really do.
my mom says too.
Oh, ugh,
Yeah.
please stop it.
Mhm.
Oh, God. Gosh. Yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah, the last thing as an educator that we can do is be open
Mhm,
about content. I know you're really good about this in prefacing, like, if this is you've taught cardiac anomalies.
mhm.
It's gonna be a hard content
Yep,
day, it's gonna be intense, but I'm here to
yep.
help you overcome this hurdle, like, let's work through this together.
Yes.
But you don't just mosey on in there and, like, bam, smack them in the face, like, "Oh, yeah,
Well,
this could
I
be
kinda
easy
feel like
peasy."
they do.
I mean, still, but you try to prep them, you know?
Yeah.
And if a student comes to you and says that they're struggling, you're fantastic about saying, "You know what? This is just a really hard concept. Like,
Yeah.
let's sit down and work through it together." Or if it's in the online world, hey, let's jump on a Teams meeting. Let's
Oh,
work through
I'm
it one
all
on
about a
one.
Teams call too.
Yeah.
Um, my best things I think I love to do are when test reviews. I don't they just don't read what they got.
Hmm.
I ask them, I'm like, "What made you choose that answer?
Yeah.
Tell me that thought."
Yeah. Where were you in the moment?
Yeah, and so we would work through it, and then you could tell when it
Hmm.
registers with
Oh my
them.
gosh. That was a great story that I just encountered in my course. This was a live course, but it was a test question. It was ridiculous. The percentage of people that put Leopold's maneuver
I don't even know what
for
that
the
is.
answer, that's okay.
Okay.
You don't have to know.
Okay, good.
I was like, what? That makes no sense. Like Leopold's, we didn't even talk about Leopold's this test, like since the last test. What are they thinking? And finally a student told me that they were thinking McRoberts maneuver. They saw maneuver. And then, but everyone must have been on the same wavelength. They saw maneuver and just clicked maneuver, you know? But the answer actually described McRoberts maneuver. And I thought I was throwing them a bone by not putting the technical term for it. But they
Ah.
saw maneuver and
Are you keeping that distractor then?
I don't know. Cause it was over 60% of the class that got it wrong, but they all put Leopold's.
And after
And
discussion
after finally
y
one student said, "Oh my gosh, that Leopold's got me. It's McRoberts." And I was like, "That's what the problem was."
yeah, slow down and read, people.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, I'm bad about that too.
I am
I
too.
can't I can't say anything to anybody. I hate taking tests.
Yeah, but I think it's important that we don't lose that conversation in online courses. You should I think in the pro of a live class is that you do build that connection with students
Yes.
naturally and easily, and if you do
Yes.
have the luxury of a 16-week course, you know a lot about each other by the end
Yeah.
of the course, and you might lose some of that in online learning, and I hope students don't take initiative still and still say, "Oh, well, I don't know her well enough to go ask for help."
I actually had, one of my RN to BSN students, I kept seeing the same thing, and I just sent her an email, and I try not to be scary. I'm very
Mhm.
I use a lot of exclamation, happy face. Um, we finally set it up, and the first thing that she said when we got on the Teams is she's like, "I'm just so intimidated."
By you?
Yeah,
It's all
and I
that
was looking
energy.
around, I'm like,
It's all that energy.
who are you talking about?"
Who, me?
So, that's why I try to put video
Uh-huh.
and, because I want them to
So that you're
know.
more approachable,
Yeah,
which you're
because
very approachable, but
it's
yes,
hard to come across,
in
like,
an
in an
online
online course,
environment.
and not everyone can it's not done a lot.
Yeah, I totally
Um,
agree.
yeah. Anyway, it's very
So
self-paced, well, some of them are self-paced, but we have a very fast pace. There are some classes that are very even on campus,
mhm.
they'll have those online term, like,
Oh, yeah, shorter.
mhm.
Yeah. Well,
Mm,
we've talked about what the student can do to be successful in an
mhm,
online learning course. We've talked about what educators can do to promote success.
mhm.
And now I think we need to hit what online learning actually does well when it's used intentionally. So what are the pros of online learning?
Absolutely, I mean, you do it at your own time.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love
I
that.
don't like having to be anywhere at a certain time in the
Mhm.
evening, you know me.
Mhm.
So it's super flexible. And I'm just gonna interrupt because I love the
You
next
were
one.
talking. How are
I
you
know. Well,
interrupting?
yeah, yeah. Anyway, I love the fact that I can go back and rewatch it.
Yes. Yes.
But that's what I feel sad about. I love it when we have to pipe in our other campuses when
Mhm.
it's our semester for that because those lectures are recorded
Mhm.
and they get them.
Yeah.
I love having I mean, I've even after an in-person lecture, I'm like, "I really don't feel like I did a very good job explaining a certain content," so I made a panopto and jumped it and put it right back on there so they
That's
could
great.
go back to and refer to it. But I love that you can go back time and
I think
time
that
and
is
time again.
fantastic as well.
Yeah,
That is a huge
it's like
pro.
a great repository for you,
Yeah.
except when they close the course and you can't get it
Mm.
anymore. It's
Yeah.
very sad.
I also think online courses are good for self-paced mastery.
Mhm,
If you There's gonna be some topics that you're really good at and I'm not, and
mhm.
some topics I'm really good at and you're not. And that allows us to really pause in those moments where we're struggling and focus on those moments
Mhm.
ourselves versus just constantly having to keep up with where everybody else is. So the best way to use online content is definitely to pair your content with real world scenarios. That is just gonna really bring it home for
That's why I'm
you.
excited about my, elective course.
Yay! I love it. I wanna sit in on that class. That's gonna
I
be so
cannot
much
wait to
fun.
see if it co I mean, if it you have it in your mind that it's gonna go one way, and then
Mhm.
it starts
We'll
going, and you're like,
see.
"Mm." So bear with me, people. We're
Yeah.
all learning together, but I think it's important because it's all about what's happening in real life
Mhm. Definitely.
and how it's influenced
Yeah.
by technology, social media.
It's huge.
Huge.
It's
Love it.
today. It's today, for sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
You should also check in, quiz yourself throughout the course. Don't just rely on test grades. That you can memorize stuff and it really not be mastered, you know? So
No.
quiz yourself throughout, be prepared for what's to come next.
Mhm.
Emphasize critical thinking over memorization. Holy moly, I feel like a broken record when we say that.
Yeah.
I think we say it every
And
episode.
I think it's hard for, students to flip it,
It is hard. It is hard. Mhm.
and I think it's our responsibility to try to do a better way
Yeah.
of doing that actively, like you've
Mhm.
talked about, versus just on tests.
Yes, not the week before the exam.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think focusing on evidence-based practice early on in your career, which includes, I think, your
I
education
think
leading up to your job. Yeah.
every course you
And I
need to
think that
do.
goes back to, like, the course objectives and
Mhm.
all of that, all the essentials that we're
Mhm.
connecting to build the course is all evidence-based, you
Yes.
know? And
That's why we have churros caps now,
yes,
you know?
absolutely.
Wish I invented that. Little sponge with, CHG.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, come on.
Literally everything we do.
I mean, I remember when we switched from alcohol wipes to CHG,
Mhm.
and I remember putting out the education,
Yep.
and I was like, "Holy cow, we
That's pretty
really do
cool.
use evidence-based
We
information."
do. We do.
So if we did not, we would still be waiting 15 seconds for that alcohol to drive before we or that drives me used to drive me
Some
crazy.
people would blow on it.
When I'm like, "Okay, you just need the alcohol," and they
Yeah,
did.
really? Yeah, let's take 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, always in your learning, understand why this is making you a smarter, safer, better, more efficient nurse.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Yeah.
what it boils down to.
Yep.
So, in nursing, like we said, lifelong learning.
Yep.
You will never,
Lifelong.
ever stop learning as a nurse.
If you
And
do, you need to get another
yes,
job.
just like what you said, get
Mhm.
out. So you're going to be doing CEUs. You're most likely, especially students that come through this program, they're going to get certified in whatever their specialty
I
or
still
whatever it
haven't gotten the
is.
certification.
Okay, disregard. You're going to be educating yourself on policy updates.
Policy's huge.
Policy, policy, policy. We're gonna hit that later this semester too. Um,
Let me oh, this yeah, yeah. There's some massive policy that's,
yes.
we're, sitting on our edge of our seats for
Yep,
in July.
yep. New medications are constantly coming out, and you have to learn those. Pharmacology never ends, friends. Sorry.
Yeah,
You're gonna
that's
be
what
learning
commercials
those
are good for,
always.
though.
Yeah, yeah, my mom tells me all about them.
I know, I know.
There's constantly evolving standards
I
of
love
care.
that. Like, I love it. My husband always goes, when they go, there's a risk. It's
Yeah,
just like longer than the
yeah,
like content. My
yeah,
husband's like, my God, what does it not do?
yeah, exactly,
I don't
exactly.
think I want to take that.
Uh-huh. My mom will call me and be like, "Does it really do this?" I'm like,
it
"They say so."
just makes me laugh.
Yeah,
Everything can cause constipation, nausea,
everything,
everything.
everything, everything. And then last but not least, technology and informatics are always changing, and you have to stay on top of your game no matter where you are in your
Yeah.
career.
I
So
mean,
start learning
yeah,
online.
one of our hospitals went from one platform to a different one
Yeah,
from
EMR.
EMR went from
Huge.
Cerner to Epic.
And it was a big shift
It was
for
huge.
for
I've
the
never
hospital.
used Epic before.
I haven't either.
Mm-mm.
I haven't either. So
I like this question. I like what that you wrote this.
oh, thank you.
This is really interesting. The way you learn online now,
Mhm.
practice it for the rest of your career.
Absolutely.
I love that. So
Mhm.
tell me what was in your mind when you wrote that. I
In the
think it's
beginning.
being as a inquisitive, lifelong learner.
Yes, that's what it is.
Always wanna learn something.
Always. And
Yeah.
as you said, if you're done with learning, this isn't the place for you. You
Mm-mm.
need to move
Healthcare is
on.
not
You need to move
it.
on. Absolutely.
Yep.
So it's important that you learn how to manage your time. Always ask good questions. We always say ask why. Constantly
Yes.
ask
Why?
why. Go back to your sources. I've been in situations where they've rolled out new policies, like hospital policies, and I've gone back to the literature and questioned, is this really what we should be doing? Everybody hates me, I know. I was that student that always had my hand up.
Oh, no, I wanna know more about that.
Yeah, I will tell you more.
I wanna know more about that.
Give me a highlighter and it will be color coded in no time.
I just
Telling you.
love how every hospital has a different blood administration policy.
Yep, every single one. We should figure that out. We should figure that
Mhm.
out.
Mhm.
Always reflect on your practice.
Mhm.
I recently had a situation that totally will change my practice from here on out as an FNP. And taking that time to reflect on outcomes, reflect on how you handled situations is huge. Don't just keep saying, okay, I'm done with today. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not good.
We try to say not to take it home.
Oh, you always take it home.
Yeah. So,
Deal
that's
with
a
it.
myth.
Deal with it when you take it home. And then and then engaging in digital education is huge. So if you take one thing away today from this lecture, what would you take away?
Online learning is not the enemy.
It's not the
It's
enemy.
good. It's a
It's
good thing.
really good. It is a
There's
it's
some caveats and things
oh
you need to put in
sure.
place,
Sure. On
but
both ends, the student and the
yeah,
educator.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. But, it's worth it.
Yes, absolutely. I would encourage students to really immerse themselves when they're taking an online course. Don't just kind of push it aside. And I would urge educators to kind of do the same. Immerse themselves, get in front of the camera. Don't be scared of a
Mhm.
student seeing you or knowing you. Use this space as a healthy, engaging environment to promote learning.
Yeah. Yeah, all my students know about my chihuahua. You can
Oh, I
see her
love
little
that.
ears pop
I
up.
love that. I love it.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
you just stay on top of it,
For sure.
and reach out. If I
Always.
always tell my students, if there's something happening in life,
Mhm.
you have got to let me help
Yes.
you. Like, I had a student that said, I read a journal,
Mhm.
a clinical journal,
Mhm.
following a leader in the hospital who happened to be the house.
Supervisor?
Mhm,
Mhm.
thank you. Couldn't think of that word.
Sure.
Answered a code, family member, and he stayed. And I was just like, "Okay, A, My lord, you are so dedicated.
Uh-huh.
But B, go home and don't
Yeah.
worry about any other assignment for a week until you tell me how
Right.
your family member is doing.
Holy moly.
Yeah, reach
Yep.
out.
Yeah, communicate. Communication's key.
I would much rather you tell me, "I just I can't get it together. I
Mhm.
just need a break.
Yeah.
Can I have an extension?"
Yeah. I agree. I mean, communication I think is key, and just because there is a device between us
That no,
doesn't change that.
mm-mm,
No.
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 I'm always there. All right. I think we kind of
I think we covered it,
covered
man.
it.
This was good.
I know.
This was good.
I mean, it's a good topic because
It is.
it's kind of online,
But
but I'm fun.
well, as always, follow us on social media, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and
I
Spotify.
know that surely there's some other platforms we're missing.
Nope, I think that's enough,
Okay.
Kennedy. I think we've hit enough.
Okay.
But if you have suggestions for us or comments, please shoot them our way. We love to
Yeah.
hear from you. And once
And
again,
thanks
thanks
for
for
scrubbing
scrubbing
in.
in.